Right, please stop talking in the comment. Please stop talking in it. You're throwing me off. They're talking in the group chat of the stream, and it's really putting me off what I'm doing. Right, we are live on Instagram. This is week 3 of the rundown. Right, Uniball show. Talk about Uniball and other things and football, I guess. What? Let's get those off of there. No, get this. Put that down there.
What is that?
That's a Clone Centurion's helmet, mate. We're gonna put that on the floor for the time being. Yeah, it's week 3. Week 3's been a pretty mad 3 weeks. We're gonna talk about it. There's a lot of games this week that happened yesterday. The results madness. I'm sure there'll be some Hearts Hurricanes on here ready to have a go. Just remember, I picked for you because
I didn't pick anything.
He doesn't have to pick anything because I have working brain cells. The fans are the winners. So the person below me is Cam. He's new. He was supposed to be here 3 weeks ago, but he wasn't. Now he is. Say hello, Cam.
Hello, Cam. Shut
the fuck up, Cam. Right, so we're going to get into it with what happened in week 3. Obviously, Jamie's here and SJ's here. It's a good show all round. Yeah, I'm just so happy. Not at Uniball. I love Uniball. Just other parts of football. Really getting on my nerves. So week 3, again, interesting stuff. Starting off with the results, as we do. Normal show. Results, review, preview, picks. That's how it goes. So if we talk about your team really early on and you come in at the end, we're not going to talk about your team at the end because that's not the format of the show. So in week 3, do you guys want to say hello or anything? What's going on?
Hello.
I'm just astounded that Bafra still haven't pulled the fingers out their asses and put a news flash up. Because I've just checked again and I'm disgusted.
To be fair, we are missing 2 weeks worth of news flashes, which is a bit irritating because that's pure enjoyment. So in week 3 in the National Prem, the Durham Saints lose to Nottingham Gold 22-16. The UE Bullets do some stuff, UE Bullets style. 104-0 over Leeds Beckett in the Northern Premiership. Warwick outlast NTU 7-6. Southern Prem, Portsmouth beat Exeter 26-14. Cardiff 11, SGS 20. Aberdeen 14. Sorry, the Scottish one now. Aberdeen 8, Harriet Watt 14. Stirling beat Edinburgh 10-8. The Manchester Tyrants fall to the Northumbria Mustangs 51-0. In the Midlands and Yorkshire won the Coventry Jets. Do pretty decently. We'll get into it. 6-12, they fall to the Nottingham Green. The Leicester Longhorns shut out the Sheffield Hallam Warriors 12-0. Don't get it. Speaking of shutouts, Hertfordshire Hurricanes beat Brighton 43-0. The Brunel Burners smoked the Reading Knights 54-0. Southwest 1 had 2 games. Don't understand. We'll get into it. Bristol 7, Bath 0, Swansea 0, Southampton 6, and in the Southeastern 1, the UEA Pirates beat the Essex Blades 42-6, and in Div 2, the Sunderland Spartans fall to the Sheffield Sabres 48-13. The Kiel Crusaders lose to Lancaster 18-0. Staffordshire put on a pretty good showing against Edge Hill, beating them 27-12. The ARU Siege fall to the Lincoln Colonials 22-0. The Cambridge Pythons beat DMU 20-12. The Chichester Spitfires fall to Sussex 35-7. And the Plymouth Blitz beat the Bath Spa Bulldogs 45-22. We are aware that City versus Canterbury has happened, and there is a score for it, but if you played in that game, you know that there are issues surrounding it, and we don't know what the score is going to end up being. So, week 3, pretty mad. Would we agree?
What? Can we just what? I missed something. What happened with the mighty Wolfpack?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Because we don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Calls himself a news show.
Well, it can't be a news show if I don't know what happened. Because I wasn't there.
Fair enough. I didn't know that you didn't know. I thought you were being like...
No, there was a score given to us, but they don't know if it's going to stand.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. It's not an interesting story, but it is the story. Yeah. I don't tell you right. I've got to deal with some issues here because Jamie's
No,
doing
it's all right.
stuff.
I figured it out. I figured it out. Don't worry.
I think just cancel the show and start again.
Just going to leave it there. Right, so we're going to get into it. Obviously, in the National Prem this week, Durham. That's fine. We'll roll with that. Don't worry. It's full. Like City have won, but it's whether or not it's a walkover or not is the question. I think that's what it is for City. So starting off in the National Prem, Durham fall to Notts from all intents and purposes hotly contested game, but
Proper football.
Durham do fall to Notts. Notts are very much putting themselves out there as the number one. Are we surprised? I know Jamie that you probably are.
Because I watched the first half before taking my trip to Italy, and I thought that Durham were better, but then in typical Notts fashion, I'd imagine they went and got shouted at half time and then turned up a little bit more, personally.
Very well could be what happened. They come away with it. Obviously, Durham is still up there in the top 3 of the entire country, but Nottingham definitely stamping their place at number 1. Moving on to the other National Premiership game. Well, let's be honest. They've beaten Durham, who were the runners-up last year. They've beaten both of the teams that were in the Championship final last year. Does that not make them number 1?
I think you're going to struggle to convince anyone that a team that's put 104 points on someone isn't the number 1. I get what you're saying. I just think you're going to struggle here.
Yeah. I know. I don't know about that because it's not quite. If they'd put 100 points on Loughborough, then maybe I could understand it. But we know that the Leeds Beckett have been struggling, and is it? I think it's just more going back to the Bullets of old. They've still got that attitude, and anyone who assumed that, would the Bullets dynasty be over? I think we now know because beating Beckett 104-0, we know that that's not the case.
That is a hilarious scoreline.
Yeah,
National.
I don't know. I agree with Jamie though. You're not going to see Nottingham put 100 points up on Leeds Beckett. Like, it's just not going to happen.
They might do.
Okay. I get. I understand that point actually. That I didn't think about it in that way.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna have to go back. UWE were calling timeouts to score more points. So
is it scoring more points?
That's a statement of intent, isn't it? That's because of what happened the week before. That's weird. But I can't imagine the setup at Notts would do that.
Oh no, absolutely.
They're more the kind of people that would take all the starters out and get people reps, whereas UWE might not be quite as polite, shall we say?
I mean, it definitely is. I think everyone sort of assumed this would happen. Like they were going to go into, Notts, potentially the second place team, and going into Beckett, who were the last place team in the National Prem, that this would happen. Like everyone thought that this would happen, and it did. Probably not to the degree of 104, but you knew that it was due, especially after a loss.
It's yeah. I mean, I don't. What can you really say about it? There's nothing to take away from that. I don't think anyone learns anything from either side. Like Beckett will probably turn around and say, we learned a lot from that. No, you didn't. You learned how to count to 104. That's about as far as it goes. But it's just fair fucks to you, eh? Putting 100 points up in National Prem is hilarious.
I genuinely might have to bring back my 150 bet from last year.
It's not going to happen, mate. Don't. You've got another bet that I still think is in jeopardy, which you need to watch out for. Then we'll talk about that coming up. So in the what is it? Not National Prem, regular Prem. Cardiff
Regulars.
11. Yeah, Cardiff 11, SGS 20.
What does that say about? Who does that say more about?
We're seeing a bit of a pattern here with SGS. They're not the same SGS as years past, because normally they wouldn't let this happen. Obviously, Cardiff scored on them last year, but 6-43, right? This is a bit different. Like within 2 scores, barely within 2 scores, Cardiff. Portsmouth obviously being in 15. This now gives the Cardiff Cobras the SGS's lowest winning margin of 9 points now. I think it says more about SGS than it does about Cardiff. But let's be honest, Cardiff are looking pretty good after playing 2 games now.
Do you think?
It's a bit of a mess.
Call me mental, but do you think that the NFL Academy stuff has had a knock-on effect on the SGS?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. I think
they're basically competing for the same spots
Yeah.
now, really.
I think there's that, and I think there's the fact that there is a very noisy neighbour next door to SGS now.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you're a student and you want to play ball to a high level, and you also want to get a good education, there's a lot
go to
more
Brunel
options now.
Yeah,
There's a lot more options now.
exactly. At the end of the day, like Nottingham,
But
especially,
yes,
much
to that
higher
question,
level.
yes.
Stop,
Yes, Jamie.
stop trying to get the stream sponsored. Stop talking about it. Unbelievable stuff. Actually, no, we let Bloomfield come on here last year and talk about UClan, so technically you're allowed to, I guess. So,
That was the most shameless sponsor I've ever seen in my life. Fair play to
well,
the
you
man.
wait until Cam plugs his helmet raffle. That would be shameless. Do you want to do it now in the middle of the show, or do you want to do it towards the end?
No, we'll be tasteful.
Probably
Good.
tasteful.
This,
Those are
this,
words
this
never
show this
said on
week is going to be nothing but tasteful.
Tasteful. Absolutely tasteful. Speaking of tasteful, we've got one comment here from Todd Walker saying the UE Bullets classless score. Yeah, unbelievable
Classless
stuff.
score.
Classless.
Classless.
So in the Nottingham Trent versus Warwick game, obviously very close. It decided pick six
That's
right
a classy score.
right at the start, and NTU just couldn't catch up. A taunting call brought them back.
Sorry, it was a pick 6 to start the game, and that was it. What is this sport, man?
Yeah, and then but the difference is that NTU got obviously 1 touchdown, couldn't convert it. It was blocked, and then both teams just couldn't get anything going. That was the game.
So hang on a minute. So you've streamed 2 games. The last 2 games you've streamed, there has been 6. It's been 6-2 and 7-6.
Yeah. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for this high-scoring Exeter versus SGS. No, actually, Bournemouth versus Bath on Friday, and then Exeter versus SGS. Steve's doing Southampton versus Bristol, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, I mean, I'm just picking the games I want to do. Why don't you leave me alone, man? What's going on? So also Portsmouth beating Exeter as well. I think that's a big statement one. We spoke about how, I think potentially we are forgetting about Portsmouth. I think after, running the SGS semi-close and then beating Exeter here, what do you think it says? Portsmouth, good. Exeter, what are we thinking?
I think it's between Exeter and Brum to see who stays up.
Yeah, so do I.
It's
I know,
only week 3,
obviously,
but...
it's only... You can't steal my line,
yeah.
mate. That's not funny.
Okay, yours is this.
But I think it's going to be... Yeah, well, I think we're going to get into it this week where I'm able to go out and actually see Exeter live, just to see how they do, especially against SGS. And SGS aren't looking as hot, but they're still 2-0. End of the day, they're still winning. They're still leading the South, and strangely, it does look like Cardiff may potentially be in there. So, in the Scottish, obviously, Dylan's Harriet Wolverines beat Aberdeen. Congratulations. Not much to say about that. Sterling, well, it's true though. Sterling beat Edinburgh. You happy with yourself, SJ, mate?
Did I pick Sterling?
You picked Sterling to win it all, but didn't you pick Edinburgh last week or something?
Nah.
I picked Sterling.
How do you feel about that then?
Told you.
I'm surprised. Obviously, in low scoreline, it could be different in the reverse, but Sterling coming out for their early fixture and getting it done against who I think is going to win it.
Oh, what did I do that for?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I know these things, but yeah. So I think it's very interesting from Sterling to be able to get that done. Could we potentially be seeing a Sterling resurgence? Are they going to be scary in the north, considering that the northern playoffs are again, it is only week 3. Is very much Northern 1 heavy, especially what the hell's happened in the Midlands one week. So moving on to the Northern 1. The Tyrants get completely shut out by the Mustangs. Mustangs are for real. We've got it. Just saying, they are.
That is a mental score.
Yeah.
How you're getting promoted? I don't think
Like,
a promoted team's ever won. Like 50-50. A burger and a donut from a promoted team is hilarious. Not.
It's mad. A burger and a donut. That's quite funny. A burger, but that's only what it is. Like, I was surprised. Obviously, like, it was looking a bit shaky for Manchester, losing to UClan last week, but now it looks even shakier for them now, losing to the Mustangs, and it really is going to set out for, like, is MMU a threat to Northumbria, or is it just going to be UClan and Northumbria sort of populating the top of the Northern 1? I think so, but again, it is only week 3. When can we stop saying that? Do you think, like, week 5, 6?
I think after this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
after this week you should get an idea.
All picks are final after next week. So moving on down to the Midlands one. This one is a strange one. So the Coventry Uni Jets were actually leading this game going into the third quarter, but then a blocked punt from Nottingham Green brings it back, and a pick 6 as well puts them in good field position, and the Green escape. Coventry, I mean, it looks pretty decent for them. You know, they have are they going to? Oh, technically, they're not the weakest team in the division. Technically, Hull is right now.
Take that back.
Well, it's true though.
Well, okay, there's nothing I can say. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I've not been in the country for
Sorry.
3 years. Like,
Sorry. I thought you were going to try and rebut it, mate. But
but I would love to, but I'm struggling. But yeah, a third string quarterback is all I'll say.
okay, but when it comes down to, you know, we joked about it years ago, the so-called Battle of the Bastards, Coventry versus Hull, is now going to be a reality soon, and you know
There'll be no battle. There'll be no battle.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that I'm backing Coventry, number one. But
I can't believe you're back in Coventry, because if they win, this hot tub stream's happening.
it's not. This is your bet you've made for me that I'm not doing. I just want to
I'm
make
on
sure that,
Coventry
you know,
train.
I'm just making sure that Coventry don't ask Sport Tank to pay for these game balls, because it's not a Sport Tank thing. It's a specifically.
Does anyone from
Jamie-
Coventry even watch the show anymore? Like,
Probably not.
because
Like, let's-
until they send
People
me an
that don't
invoice, I'm
watch
not paying for shit.
Invoice? No.
To be fair, no, I will follow through. We all know this. I will follow through, but they will be getting my name engraved.
Yes,
He's on that Qatari money. It's Riyadh season, mate.
That's a different country.
Oh, sorry.
Is it?
That's,
Yeah,
Yes.
Riyadh,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Where are you?
oh, yeah, it is.
Qatar.
Ah, I knew that.
That means nothing to Tabs. That means
Nothing.
literally nothing to him.
If you Qatar doesn't deal with oil; it deals with liquefied gas. There's no oil money around here.
Bahrain's in Qatar. That's right, isn't it?
Bahrain isn't in Qatar. Bahrain's right next to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, funny, man. Shocking.
The old geography streaming coming in
John,
well.
this has got
GeoGuessr.
This has got that old London Blitz wind turbine thing written all over it, hasn't it?
Right. So moving on in the Midlands, Yorkshire won. In what I would say is a bit of a shock, Leicester Longhorns shut out the Sheffield Hallam Warriors 12-0. Are Leicester Longhorns the best team in the Midlands won, and Yorkshire and Midlands won?
I told you last week that Sheffield aren't all that, and then you all you laughed at me because they beat the Sharks, and I went, I told you last week Sheffield won't be all that, is what I said, and you laughed at me and you made it out like I was ridiculous.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's what we've got. But it's, I mean, realistically, like the Midlands and Yorkshire won. Now, as far as I'm concerned, is completely blown up. In the sense of, I thought Hallam would be able to walk it. Leicester come along, shutting them out. Nottingham Green sort of struggling with Coventry, and Hull getting shut out by Hallam last week. What does it mean? It means that division is wide open, and it's going to be one to pay attention to for the rest of the season.
Predictions are in shambles.
Predictions are in absolute shambles. Now, going into a division where predictions are shambolic if you don't have brain cells, we're going into the Southern One. The Hertfordshire Hurricanes beat the Brighton Panthers 43-0. Somehow I was the only person to pick Hertfordshire. And what you've done is you've annoyed them all of you, apart from SJ. You've annoyed all of the lovely people at the Hurricanes.
Well done.
Well done. And they're going to come for you now on social media, but I've made sure that they will not. Brilliant. Please back Hearts. Yeah. I will do. So that's it, right? Is that Hearts shut out Brighton, Brunel shut out Reading. Realistically, as far as I'm concerned, saw that coming, right? Realistically, those two teams are in that sort of trio of good teams in the Southern One. So
I feel
I'm
like
not
I can't
particularly
talk on this
surprised.
stuff, and it's I'm just
You
gonna
don't-
sit here and just listen.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you obviously have got Hearts this week. I'm not going to ask you for anything, but that's going to be, I think, whenever.
How I'm feeling.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Good. Thanks, mate. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So people on Instagram are going Hearts to Prem. Wouldn't go that far. Happy you won because I picked
Who
them.
said that? Who said that?
Badry QB_2, mate.
Corey. Oh, am I going
almost. No, I won't go. I mean, you could do. I mean, I think you're in that belt where you could get promoted from the south, but obviously you've got to get through Brunel and Oxford first. You got Brunel first. So going on. So moving on in Div 1 to the Southwest one.
I think fold this entire division. Fold it.
Like I was looking at it there, and I was like, just give it to Bournemouth now, and just
let them rest. Let them rest. Let Bournemouth enjoy away days of other teams. What's the point?
Like, I don't understand this. Like, obviously, Southampton getting floored by Bournemouth last week, 44-0, and then shutting out Swansea. And from what I was told, both of these scores came with like last-minute pick sixes or interceptions to set up touchdowns.
I just want to hear someone score a touchdown like normally.
Yeah,
like a whole 80-yard game-winning drive. Proper football.
Proper football. Proper football. But it's one of these things where, like, obviously, Swansea sort of came into this as sort of the question marks, obviously because of the records that Bath, Bristol, and Southampton had last year. They weren't particularly great. Now, obviously, losing to Southampton, those sort of question marks have gone and been replaced with 3 massive exclamation marks going, what? I don't understand. And Bath as well, obviously, they look like they were, or it was looking like they were potentially the next challenger for Bournemouth, but they once again fail to beat Bristol. They didn't manage to do it last year. They drew and they lost, and they lose to them here again. It does look like Bournemouth are just going to keep going. Southampton's touchdown was in the first quarter. Kuda pick 6. There you go. So, God, that's mad from Swansea that they didn't get a touchdown in the whole game. At least it was a defensive battle.
Yeah, Southampton are saying they scored on the first drive.
Yeah, no, are you deaf? I've just said that.
Okay.
I am deaf.
Oh yeah, you are deaf, aren't you? Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Cambridge. Cambridge. We're not talking about Cambridge.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, what am I talking about? I've just told you. That's
Yeah,
what
sorry,
I was
Mike. I unfortunately wasn't there. I was too busy winning.
told.
56-0, whatever it was.
Can't remember. But even still, it's not a good showing from Swansea. Southampton still got battered by the Bobcats. It's now Bath versus Bournemouth happening on Friday for Friday Night Lights at Bournemouth, which we are going to be at. It looks like it's just going to be going Bournemouth's way the whole season, and everyone else just sort of got to deal with it, I think. Anyone got any sort of anything on that? Like,
I don't. I'm hoping it's a case of its first. It's some of these teams' first games, wasn't it? I'm hoping that as the season goes on, they get to swing of things, and it becomes a bit more high scoring, I guess. Because there's a case of bad offenses or really, really good defenses.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame that Billy Bateson isn't at Swansea anymore because he was such a great player.
I'm just looking forward to Bournemouth's in your own words.
Coming soon. UEA. No, UEA moved to 1-1, beating the Essex Blades 42-6. Obviously, because no one else has really played in that division anymore. KCL is still yet to play. Who do you think is going to get second? Who do I think is going to get KCL? No,
What are they doing?
not playing. Probably training, mate. That's what they do. Who do I think is going to come second in the Southwest? Truthfully, right now in week 3, none of you deserve it. None of you deserve it. Bristol.
We're going to bring Plymouth Blitz up and we're going to put them in it.
Yeah, Bristol.
Steve's just confirmed it's not coming. Shame.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. Steve, I'm going to ask, because I won't be there on Friday. Will you have a person-to-person interview with Tebbert?
I think Kent will get second in the div. Yeah, they second. Do you think that Gary with an interesting take? They're thinking that Kent's going to overtake UEA. Obviously, Kent managed to beat them last week. Not a massive score, but interesting one. Obviously, like UEA and Kent, they're definitely both making the postseason, as far as I'm concerned. But again, it is only week 3. Always. Wow. Thanks, Jamie. Joel's great. If I put the comments on, it cuts you off. This is great. We're replacing Jamie with
replaced by Steve Rains, what I've always wanted.
So moving on to D2, some of the results there. Some a little bit shaky. I mean, Cam, you can start with your one if you want, because I know that. Yeah, I mean, Lincoln, they're 1-0. Pretty good. Yeah. He even named himself 1-0. What a little jokester.
Yeah, named myself. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Is he allowed to speak about Lincoln?
No.
I can speak on them.
Say it was a good game. There you go. It's a good game.
You were lovely guys. Really nice game.
Okay, so moving on. Sheffield beat Sunderland. Surprised Sunderland got this many points. It did look pretty close towards in the third quarter, but Sheffield managed to get ahead 43-13. Now this one, considering that basically I don't have a massive amount of professional reputation, but I basically staked all of it onto Lancaster Bombers, and only beating Kiel by 18 makes me ill. That does not make me happy. That depresses me. I will have to stop streaming and commentating if Lancaster Bombers lose a single game. It will be very embarrassing for me. Please stop it. But on the flip side of that, Staffordshire Stallions put up a good performance against Edge Hill Vikings. And what was weird, and I'll let someone else talk a second, I thought there was no threats in that division to Lancaster. Turns out the Staffordshire are, and I'm not very happy about that. So, there you go. That's it. Depression. Midlands, Cambridge beat DMU 20-12, and this is where we can go on to the comment about Cambridge that was... Cambridge had a 70-yard pass for a TD, but also a fumble recovered in the end zone by DMU. Also, a fumble recovered in the end zone by DMU. Interesting game. I think it's pretty interesting that it's close. I think I'm not surprised at that scoreline. I'm not surprised by the result. I'm surprised by the scoreline that DMU were able to get up there. Does anyone have anything else to say on Div 2? Because I'm just talking here. So I've had one Coca-Cola and I'm going hyper. No? Okay, awesome. Thanks,
Div 2 is on the same level as Scotland for me. Like, no one cares.
Oh.
So, as soon as UCLan and Northumbria got promoted, it's just like, what's the point?
No, I don't know about that. Stirling could do something, and so could Edinburgh. Don't know about anyone else. Sorry, Glasgow. But I'd say, no, actually, you're only saying that because Hull are in Midlands 1. The Midlands 1 is a lot more of a chaotic scene than the Scottish 1.
Exactly. Chaos. We live for it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the right sort of chaos.
I don't want no chaos in my division, please.
No, I want all of my picks to be correct. Has Huey versus Beckett been spoken about? Yes, it has.
What do you think?
Of course it has. So Sussex beats Chichester. No one's really surprised by that. And the Plymouth Blitz beat Bath Spa, but they let Bath Spa score 42 on them. 22 on them. They beat 45.
42 points and losing.
42. Yeah, but and I can tell you what, I don't think Plymouth are going to be too happy about conceding that many points to Bath Spa, even though they won.
Points against per game ratio in the bin.
In the bin. Imagine if they don't get promoted because they allowed Bath Spa to concede 22. I think if you let Bath Spa concede 22, you shouldn't be promoted anyway. But that's just my.
We're being a bit horrible today, aren't we?
I don't know what it is. We've all woken up on the wrong side of the bed. It's a
Really
bit of a
horrible.
madness. It's a bit of a madness. So moving on to the week 4 games. Going to go down the list. We're going to do our picks at the end. In the National Premiership, Nottingham. I know it's bad, isn't it? He's not had a good one last week. So in the National Prem, Nottingham Gold versus Leeds Beckett, Durham versus Loughborough. In the Northern Premiership, Warwick versus Newcastle, Leeds versus Liverpool. Southern Premiership, streamed by Sport Tank, the Exeter Demons will take on the SGS Pride. In the Scottish one, Harriet Watt will face the Edinburgh Mavericks. Napier Knights will take on Stirling. Aberdeen will take on Glasgow. LGMU take on the Manchester Tyrants. In the Northern one, Man Met Eagles take on UCLan. Nottingham Green take on the Sheffield Hallam Warriors, and the Coventry Jets take on the Leicester Longhorns in the Midlands and Yorkshire one. Southern one, Brunel take on the Hertfordshire Hurricanes, and the Oxford Lancers make their season debut against the Reading Knights. In the Southwestern one, and streamed by Sport Tank on Friday, the Bournemouth Uni Bobcats take on the Bath Killer Bees. And in the Southeastern one, the UCL Emperors take on the season debuting KCL Regents. The Essex Blades take on the Kent Falcons. And in D2, York St John make their season debut against the Sheffield Sabres. Lancaster take on Edge Hill. Derby take on ARU. Lincoln take on Cambridge. Oxford Brooks make their season debut against Royal Holloway, also making their season debut. Sussex takes on Solent. Imperial takes on City. And Kingston takes on QMBL. So within that, I think that the one that you've sort of got to jump to, and unfortunately, SJ, you're going to have to probably stay silent for this one. It is going to be Hearts versus Brunel.
Oh, game of the week.
I think so. I mean,
thanks for the live stream, mate.
Yeah, you know that's got nothing. It's weird. It's weird because you know that's got nothing to do with me. It's got absolutely nothing to do with me. Opinions on Kingston Cougars season and projection? I think they're either going to win the division or come second. There you go.
I thought you were going to say they were going to win the division or lose it.
They're going to win or lose. I think Kingston will make the playoffs this year. There you go.
Or Maxwell with a bold call.
What's that?
Hearts 20, Brunel 7.
Oh, this is testing me, this, isn't it?
Opinions, SJ? Opinions on that shout?
It's yeah. So points will be scored. Someone
rate the shout out of 10.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. We haven't discussed the fact that we had an under-over bet.
Did we?
I think we definitely got the over, mate.
No, it wasn't in that game. We didn't put a score on. We just said over. It was in the Durham Notts game. We had an under-over bet. And
I thought it was the Dewey game.
No, we put that on as well, but we said it would be harsh.
It was harsh.
It was harsh. Yeah.
It turns out the points scored in the Notts game was the under.
Did we say the over?
Well, I said over. You said under. Just
yes. Come on.
In fact, was it? Did we say 30? Yeah, we said 48.5, I think.
Yeah, and it just turns out Yui managed to score that in Q1. So yeah, not great, but
fairs.
So
now get Maxwell on the stream, I beg.
No,
let's have it out.
Deflect. We're not deflecting. Hearts versus Brunel within the sort of southern trio of conferences. I think Hearts, Brunel, and Oxford. I think they're one of the favourites. Sorry, Coach Rains, to take it all. So whenever Oxford, Hearts, or Brunel play each other, I think it's going to be exciting, and I think it's going to be close as well. But it's going to be, it's just going to be mental and good football, and I think it's really going to set the southern trio of divisions on fire. What do we think of the Jets? We've already spoken about the Jets. How much this show's begun? We've already spoken about it. Scroll back.
Max wants to come on.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure that he does.
I'll interview him after the game on Sunday.
There you go. Look at that.
There you go.
Look at that.
Everyone
Perfect.
wins.
I'm trying to look through any other. I'm trying to look through any others. I mean,
Is there anyone else that you might interview?
um,
Or did you just get blocked?
huh?
Just talk to SJ. Not rising to it.
I'm just trying to look. There's not many. There's not many other games here that are
I'm
really.
locked in.
There's not many other games here that are really, really taking my fancy. I mean, Man Met versus UClan. What does ChatGPT have against Knots? Well, I don't know. I didn't program it. I've talked to OpenAI. I don't know. I feed them all the results, by the way, so that it should be getting smarter, but it's not. So, I don't know. Realistically, I think like the far and away, like the best game of the weekend is probably Brunel versus Hearts. Obviously, Exeter versus SGS could be an interesting one, but I'm thinking, SGS probably have got the firepower considering that Exeter did lose to Portsmouth. Imperial versus City, is that this week? Do you want to talk about that? Let's talk about the City Wolfpack because we're just sort of dawdling along here. Let's talk about the City Wolfpack.
My guys.
Go on, Jamie. Why should we support City?
Because you need to join the pack.
Yeah, join the Wolfpack.
What was that old name? Was it City Sentinels? That was it, wasn't it? I think it was City Sentinels.
BNU
so,
Buccaneers.
The BNU Buccaneers, City
BNU.
Sentinels. That was my first division.
I still think the best name I've ever heard is the Winchester Rifles.
That's a good one, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's the best one. What did we think of the NTU versus Warwick game? What did you think about the holder? I mean, I don't know if it was the holder's fault because there was long snaps were fairly bad all over the place.
Should we just do a segment of like 20 minutes where people just ask us questions? That's
Yeah.
Can we do it?
Okay.
Can we do a Q&A?
Okay. Then what about this? Because we're just going to move on to picks because cause there's not much really else to talk about. I think. Ask us questions and we'll answer them. There you go.
Any question?
What do we think of the people of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump?
What do we think about?
Who's winning the presidential election?
Tebs, what's your voting intentions?
Well, my thing is is that like as much as
RFK is who he's voting.
Donald Trump is like entertaining and stuff, he's still not a politician. And like for me, that's where I'd sort of go with it.
Never.
Well, that's where I'd go with it.
I think the fact that he's a convicted criminal probably speaks for.
I'm not American. I might be fat and like this sport. It doesn't mean I'm American, right? So I didn't vote for him. Don't ever go at me.
Yeehaw.
You asked me, why do you guys hate the Hurricanes? Great question. Can't answer it.
Oh, that's a very good question, Maxwell. SJ, what do you think the Brunel score will be?
I think points will be scored.
Are you taking the over?
The over is 0.5. I'm taking the over. I don't think we're getting a 0-0.
Let's see.
Boring.
Can you imagine that? What's Scott 0-0?
Who do you think is winning the next game between Warwick and NTU? Truthfully, I probably. Oh, it's a great question. Tebs versus the Rizzler, Oklahoma drill. Who wins? I think the Rizzler because he's the lower man and my knees don't work. Well, what do you guys think? Me or the Rizzler?
Oh, it's the Rizzler.
Jokes on you. We're the same person.
Nah, I'm backing you there, Tebs. I know that we're all joking around here, but you'd nail that little prick to the floor.
Who's winning the next game between Warwick and NTU? Personally, I think given how the momentum was shifting towards the end of the game, I'd probably give it to Nottingham Trent. Let's see. Any other ones? How many Uniball H? I don't know what that means. Someone's typing a question. Go on, just put it in the chat. Why is the NTU running back so slow? I don't know.
Ask him yourself. DM him.
Yeah, Jim. Imperial versus City. We'll get into the picks a little bit later on.
You're actually getting a lot of questions, to be fair.
What's worse, Uniball refs or SJ's trim? SJ's trim.
SJ's trim.
SJ's trim.
Who said that?
Evan Bones won. Bounds.
SJ, question for you. How good would a player have to be for the Brunel coaches to kill to recruit someone.
Why have you done that?
What are all of your favourite hot takes from this year? Truthfully, I forget who it was. I think it was Dylan. He's picked Portsmouth to win the
You picked
Prem
Portsmouth to win
South.
That's probably the hottest one, and somehow it's actually
Yeah, it's making sense.
Right.
I think that one's pretty good because it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, to be fair, I think it was actually you, Cam. You've picked Cardiff to win the South as well. It's
Yeah.
not a bad pick, as you know, we're only in week 3. Yeah, I think probably those two for me, both in the Prem South.
Yeah, good division.
I don't know, maybe standout players in each div. I don't know if I could talk about Div 2. We don't know enough.
I'm saying this now. Other than the blatant Americans that people are being paid for, and no, I mean, like, this is a serious one. Finley Old is the greatest player to ever play in Britball.
You've obviously never, mate. DJ at Hallam like 4 years ago.
Dan Johnson.
Dan Johnson, the big man. He was the best Uniball player. You can't tell me otherwise.
No. I meant to say it last week and then forgot.
Who's got the highest BMI? Me.
What kind of question is that?
Do you think?
Just getting
It's
personal
not really
now.
a question, is it?
Do you think anyone from the North South will be promoted to the National League given the promotion and relegation rules? Considering the scoreline that Leeds Beckett just had, yes, I do. Especially
That's actually a good question. I think it's very open for whoever wins the Prem to go up. Very, very open.
yeah, I think as well. Like I think it will be a Leeds derby in that relegation game.
Question for SJ, and this one isn't like I know you're going to refuse to answer it, but UClan / Northumbria versus Brunel play tomorrow. Who wins?
I'm always going to back my boys.
Yeah, I don't know what you expect that to be.
What a stupid question, you silly little
I
man.
was going to say, he's not going to answer differently.
What would it take for Cambridge to win its division? The Derby Braves to pull out and Lincoln to pull out.
Whoa, let's not put them on the same level now. Let's not be daft. I don't want to start any beef with Cam. He's new, but come on.
Well, to be fair,
He's not saying we're on the same level, though. He's just saying we're better than Cambridge.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say that now. Obviously, we'll find out this week.
Yeah.
But I'd say that Lincoln, as of now, I'd rank them higher than Cambridge. So, and I think Derby are better than Cambridge. And I think Derby are better than Lincoln. So, do you think Bristol win their league or do Bournemouth run it? Bournemouth run it. Would SJ rather?
No, do not read that out.
Okay.
The answer is get buzzed.
Maxwell's answered that for him.
Trying to look at. Is there any more questions coming in?
Can we go back to the usual format of the show?
Yeah, of course.
Boring.
Q&A, terrible. Just because no one knows you, Jamie, you irrelevant man.
Oh yes, here we go. Yes, Jamie, you're done, mate.
There we go. Right.
No.
What was the fullback? What was the fullback?
No. Because I didn't bet this. It's my show. You can get turned off.
Can't even see him to defend himself.
He said, Jamie said that if the Coventry Jets win a single game this year, he will buy you new game balls. And that is on camera publicly. And that's not Sport Tank saying that. That's Jamie. All right? That's the bet. He's going to tell you that the bet also included me doing a hot tub stream. But that was not included in the deal because he didn't ask me about that. He just said that was in it. But it's not. It's game balls. You can come back in now.
You are lying.
I'm not lying.
You said I did not ask you. I did ask you. You didn't
And
reply.
I said no.
You didn't say no. You just laughed at me.
Yeah, because it's not happening. I'm not doing it because number one, I don't have a hot tub. I don't have a hot
Darius,
tub.
check the comment. Check my message request on Instagram, Darius, and you'll very quickly see what the bet is.
No, because I'm not doing a hot tub stream. Because number one, I don't own a hot tub, but I'm not buying
So we'll
one.
do it in the bath.
You can sell it afterwards.
No, because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because it's not my bet to make. If I made the bet, then that's fine. But I didn't make the bet.
Tebs, what do we have to do to get you to agree to this bet?
I don't want to do a hot tub stream. I talk about Uniball for God's sake. I talk about Uniball.
Put a post out on Spark Time tomorrow, and if it gets 2,000 likes, you've got to agree to do the bet.
No, I don't. No, but I don't though. That's the mad part. Is that I don't, because I just talk about British University American football. There's not an audience of people that want to see me in a hot tub, right?
Oh, there is.
Just,
Believe me, there is.
No, there isn't. There is not.
I can tell you right now, then there'd be a Sharks watch party.
No, but there wouldn't. But there just
There
wouldn't,
would.
right?
You
No,
can
they
sell
wouldn't.
tickets. Put it in like a little.
Oh,
pack
shut up,
basket.
Cam. You've just got here. I'll make you leave. Unbelievable.
Speaking about selling tickets, I'm doing you a favour here, Cam. Cam, what can you buy tickets for?
The Lincoln Colonials.
No one
Speed Flex
cares.
raffle.
Boys, mugged you off. They've got a ticket raffle. Go to the Instagram page. You could get a Speed Flex. Is it Speed Flex?
Yeah, Speed Flex.
Right, be excited about it, mate. Christ alive.
You have to- yeah, Speed Flex.
Dylan saying Teb Delphine. Let's not get that started. Oxford versus
The chat
Hart.
the chat is full of we want to see it. Hashtag
No, they
hot tub
don't.
stream.
No, they don't. 5 is not a lot.
There you go. Darius, petition for hot tub stream.
No.
They'd rather a hot tub stream than game balls.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. I was about to say no. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have
for a
it.
pic of Teb's feet? That's a brilliant one.
No.
Their game balls, if this does happen, their game balls will have on Chris Tebbett hot tub stream coming to a cinema near you engraved on them.
No, we're not doing a hot tub stream. Right. Oxford versus Hearts? That was one of the questions. Well, Oxford haven't played yet, and Hearts haven't played Brunel yet, so I wouldn't be able to say if I'm completely honest.
It's only week 3.
Who's your favourite team? Who's your favourite team in the Prem North? Not to win, but to outright support. I've made it pretty clear.
No, we're unbiased.
No,
We're
I've made it
unbiased.
No, I've said that it's Leeds. Everyone knows that I love Leeds, so it's Leeds. Have it. Here we go. We love the game balls. Look, bang.
Yeah, and then a commentary. player
I don't disbelieve that. I don't disbelieve that you'd love the game balls, but would you also love a hot tub stream?
No.
Well, a commentary player just said on Instagram they'd rather have the hot tub stream. So
Ooh.
Why? Why are there people talking about sucking on my toes in the Instagram comments? What's going on?
it's full of just requests for Teb's toes.
Oh, God.
Toes out for Tebs.
Oh.
That's a very good question by
Oh,
Uniball
no.
Fiend. How did UWE not have enough kit to play Taranai? I agree, it's embarrassing. To put 104
No,
points on someone,
it's
but
not.
not have enough kit to play someone is
No,
embarrassing.
it's not. No,
It's
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 not.
because they're in so much debt.
No, it's
Connor was
not.
right, they're in so
Oh,
much
my
debt.
God.
You're
You're
paying this much for
talking.
scholarships,
You're
and
talking.
can't kit up
You
your
don't know
second
what you're
team.
talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know it, all right? But this is what I think it is. Aberystwyth play in black and red. The other kit for you is black and red. The Bullets ones needed the white kit to go and play Leeds Beckett, who also play in black.
Well, buy the twos their own set of kit.
Okay, fine.
You've got
Yeah,
all
fine.
that money kicking about for scholarships. I'm sure you can cough up enough to buy.
They don't.
one
They
set of
don't.
kit.
They're negative £75 billion, according to Connor.
What was that number that Putin sued Google for? Like,
It's like 20 decadillion or something.
that's how much. That's how what the UAE's in debt is. Right. Let's get off my feet now because I don't need it.
It's still going.
Oh God.
Hot Teb in a hot tub. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Teb in a tub. Yep, that'll keep going. Can't wait for this. Teb's chill out, mate. It's not that serious, lad. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't have much going in my life, so I've got to get excited about this.
That's sad now.
Yeah,
That's
well,
sad now.
right. Let's move on to some picks then, because we've got 10 minutes left. What a stream this was! Christ alive! Shut this stream down.
Has the Instagram comments ever been like this?
No, mate. Truthfully, no.
So do you want to do a Q&A section like every 10 minutes?
Oh my God! So they
40
keep
minutes
talking.
into
Uh, Robert Murray is a neek who wants balls, not a hot tub stream. Fantastic.
If you want the hot tub stream, go on to the Cov Uni Jets versus Nottingham Green final score post because I've started something.
Oh,
Oh
Christ.
no!
He's definitely getting blocked again.
Is it everyone from NTU that's in the comments?
Oh.
No, I think it's a mix of Coventry and NTU.
What? Let's get into the picks. We're not talking about my feet for crying out loud.
What picks?
Jeez.
Feet picks?
I hate you so much. That was a good joke, actually. I'm surprised. Cobb's official thing that said game balls. They want game balls, right? Okay, we're getting into
the thing is, right, and this is on a serious level now, right? We're having all this crack about hot tub streams and game balls. It's not going to fucking happen because I'm not winning a game because they are useless.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there you go, Cov Jets. What do you think about that? Right, so we're going to do the picks now. Christ, what a show!
Dylan has come up with the name of his entry: Hot Takes in a Hot Tub with Tabs.
Right, Dylan, you're a coward. Come on the show. Grow up.
Oh my days! NTU and Cov are just flirting in the comments now.
They really
I
are.
watched the sequel Game Balls. Brilliant.
Ethan Sassman. Okay, National Prem, Gold versus Beckett. Where are we going?
Gold.
Gold, Jamie.
Yeah, gold.
Gold, Durham versus Loughborough,
Wait, over under?
if you want.
Not on this game. I mean the gold one. Nah.
38. I don't know.
No, Leeds. Let's not upset them. Like, come on.
Okay, Durham versus
They've been through a lot.
Jamie, of all people, turning around and saying, "Have some respect, please."
They've been through a lot in the past year or so.
God, NTU and Cov are really flirting. This really putting me off. Durham versus Loughborough.
Durham.
Yeah.
Durham and the over.
I would love it if Loughborough won. Just want to put that out there. I would love it if Loughborough won, but they're done.
Yeah, you need to repent, mate. Warwick versus Newcastle. Warwick.
Yeah, Warwick.
Newcastle.
Awful pick. Unbelievable. Unbelievably bad pick from you there. Liverpool versus Leeds.
Leeds.
All Leeds. Harriet Watts versus Edinburgh. The Clash for the Castle, or whatever it's called.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that, Dylan, mate.
You're not sorry.
Crawl back in your hole, mate. Everyone go on Harriet Watts' Instagram. Go to the QB and wide receivers bit and just like that picture of Dylan because it's a really bad picture. It's a bad picture. The Napier Knights versus Sterling. Pretty good game.
Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling.
All for Sterling. And then the Glasgow Uni Tigers versus the the Aberdeen Bulls. Christ. Glasgow.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Pretty even week so far. The only one who's messing things up for everyone is Jamie.
What are we on? Hang on a minute. What are we on in terms of what was the percentages for?
Yeah, you haven't posted it yet.
Yeah, it's because I haven't done it.
Oh, tired. Boring.
Yeah. Oh my God, I've got a real job. Oh,
Do you?
real.
The ELF commentary over the summer is not a justification for not doing it.
Good volunteer work.
The LJMU Fury versus the Manchester Tyrants.
Tyrants.
Yeah, Tyrants.
Yeah, Tyrants. I'm
Also
not
Tyrants.
about to.
Yeah. Then the Manchester Metropolitan Eagles versus the UClan Rams.
UClan.
Everyone for UClan.
God, this is boring, isn't it? We're at that point in the season already.
It really is. The Nottingham Green versus the Sheffield Hallam Warriors. Green.
Lots.
Green.
Green.
Oh my God, we really are boring, aren't we? Everyone's tuning out. The Coventry University Jets versus the Leicester Longhorns.
Yeah, Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah.
Esther.
And for the people in the Instagram comments who said that I said that the long snapping was bad in the Coventry in the NTU versus Warwick game, I didn't say it was bad. I said one part of the procedure was bad on special teams for both teams. So if you want to blame your long snapper, that's on you.
You did say it was bad.
You did.
But
did.
was he just making an observation?
Yeah, it was.
He wasn't saying the person itself is a bad person. He was saying it was a bad snap.
Yeah, the snap isn't a person, guys. In the Southern one.
Oh no.
Who cares?
Oh, sorry. Have I picked? No, I've done Exeter versus SGS, have I?
Okay. No, you haven't.
Exeter versus SGS. I'm not picking it.
SGS.
SGS.
Yes.
SGS. And the Brunel Burners versus the Hertfordshire Hurricanes. Hertfordshire.
Brunel and the over.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm all aboard the Brunel train.
Absolutely sickening. I'm not. I think they suck. I think Brunel. I think they're frauds. Frauds.
Semi-final bottlers.
Fix
What
my
we do.
decor. Oh, grow up, mate. I'm just in my shed. Stop bullying me in my shed. The Lancers versus the Knights. Lancers.
Yeah.
Lancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lancers.
Okay, these two don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
The Bournemouth Uni Bobcats versus the Bath Killer Bees. Bournemouth. And the UCL Emperors versus the KCL Regents.
Got to back the boys. UCL. My job depends on it.
KCL.
Yeah, UCL.
I'm going to go with KCL.
Right.
Yes, Tabber.
Scumbags.
Cam,
Thanks
what did you have? Sorry,
UCL.
UCL. The Essex Blades versus the Kent Falcons. Kent Falcons.
Yeah, Kent.
Yeah.
Kent.
I'm joking there somewhere. I'll do stuff. So in Div 2, YSJ Jags versus Sheffield Sabres. Sheffield Sabres.
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Yeah. The Sabres. The Lancaster Bombers versus the Edge Hill Vikings.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Thank God my reputation relies on everyone picking Lancaster. Please put my merch in the post. Derby versus ARU. Derby. No, Cam. Oh, no, you're allowed, aren't you? Yeah, that's fine.
He's allowed. He's just not allowed to talk about his own games.
Yeah.
Allowed to talk about raffles, but not their own games. Disgrace.
Yeah, the Lincoln Colonials versus the Cambridge Pythons.
Cambridge.
Yep.
Cambridge.
Yes, SJ. Come on, the boy.
Really? That's mad. That's so
Actually,
cool.
no, Lincoln.
Boo.
The Oxford Brook. Oh no, not the Oxford Brooks. Anything. Oxford Brooks versus
the
Royal
Oxford
Holloway.
Brooks University.
The Oxford versus Royal Holloway. I'm gonna go with Royal Holloway.
I'm going with Royal
Yeah.
Holloway because I
Yeah,
like
I'm
their
with Royal
badge.
Holloway.
Wow,
You like their badge? What are you, 5?
It's in the south, SJ. I don't care.
You just need to be a bit better at your ball knowledge.
You need to be bit better at your geography knowledge, Mr. Bahrain's in Qatar.
I got an A in geography somehow.
The Sussex Saxons versus the Solent Redhawks. Sussex.
Yeah.
Christ, this is a dull week.
I've got another one that we can add on at the end, don't worry.
Okay. Can't wait to see what that is. The Imperial
like it.
Immortals versus the City Wolfpack.
Imperial.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack.
Stop trying to look cool for Jamie, bro. It's a bit cringe.
Who?
You.
I know nothing about the London div.
Okay. Kingston versus QMBL. Kingston.
Oh, yeah, I'll go Kingston.
Kingston.
Oh, everyone for Kingston. Okay. Right, well, we've got all of our picks in. What do you want, Jamie? What do you want to bother
Can we
with?
have a yes or no? Will Bafra release a news flash before next show?
And is Baffer in the room with us right now?
Steve Rains is watching. He'll probably know someone. I'm going to say no.
I'm also going to say no.
No, they've ruined the fun. It's all gone.
Yeah. I'm saying no. Yes, they must do. Surely.
So no, yeah, yes, no, no, no. I wonder what ChatGPT will think. Unbelievable stuff. Let's just do. Let me just check one more time that it's not there.
It's
Before
not. I
we
checked
go.
it during the show. Unless they've watched it and gone, we got them. We made a
got 'em.
fool of them here.
Watched it, going, they've made a mistake.
But it's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks behind. Oh, it is. No, it's not.
Oh, fuck off.
What the? So yeah, this was one of the worst shows we've ever done, but we'll be back next week at between 7 and 8 to talk about all the Uniball fixtures. If you're playing, stay safe and everything like that. We will be streaming Bournemouth versus Bath on Friday, and I will be doing Exeter versus SGS, and I believe that we're going to be going back to the first ever game that Sport Tank live streamed, which was Southampton versus Bristol. So we've got 3 on the docket this week. I have been at Tebs. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Jamie, I guess. You going to say goodbye, anyone?
In a bit.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Bye.
All right, Jamie.
Up the wolf pack. Go and like the comment on the NTU post.